Greetings, everybody, and for the third time today, welcome to Hummer Park Northfield in Topeka, Kansas. It's time for Hutchinson Community College softball. This afternoon, it is the decisive game number 7, the official championship game of the 2018 Region 6 District East softball tournament, featuring the number 15 ranked Hutchinson Blue Dragons and the number 7 ranked Cowley Tigers. Steve Carpenter with you. We told you early on today the Dragons had to have a one-day, 3-game winning streak. Well, they've got the first 2 in the books. Hutchinson defeated Coffeyville 10-1 in 5 innings and then outlasted Cowley 12-9 in the first championship game. Cowley was the undefeated team and now it had to be defeated twice. Hutchinson got the first one done. Cameron Pope driving in 4 runs. DJ Cannon a gutty pitching effort and getting her 22nd win of the year. Thank you. All the numbers kind of running together right now. But the Dragons had 3 4-run innings in that first game, and now in position to, in their final year of division at the Division II level, go to the national tournament for the second time in school history. Next year, Hutchinson returns to Division I. We would love to take these sophomores with us as we head up the ladder. Dragons finally got through against Logan Wenzel. Wenzel had 6 wins over Hutchinson the last 2 years, and they finally got to her in the last game. And now Logan Wenzel and DJ Cannon will match up one more time with all the marbles on the table. Hutchinson will be the guest team. And let's get to the lineups first for the Blue Dragons. It'll be the usual order with one exception. Izzy Godinez will lead off for the Dragons and play shortstop. Becca Roberts bats second and plays left field. Cameron Pope bats third and plays third base. Raven Bass at first base batting fourth. Right fielder Bryn Stockman bats fifth. Natalie Semmel, the catcher, bats sixth. Here's the change. Kara DeCrane will be the designated player in this one. DJ Cannon will just be the pitcher. So DeCrane hitting in the 7th slot as the DP. Bree Johnson had a big game with 2 doubles and 3 RBIs against Cowley. She bats 8th and plays second base, and Ashton Reynolds, the center fielder, bats 9th. DJ Cannon and her 22-5 record in the circle. For the Tigers, they'll line up the same as they did in game number 1. Brianna Fuchs in center. Taylor Perez at second. Heidi Nitch at short. Randy Hamilton at first. Ashton Friend, the DP. Keisha Hilty in right field. Lindsey Webb, the catcher. Skylar Maga at third base. Taylor Henningkamp in left field. And Logan Wenzel in the circle. Wenzel now with a record of 17-6, 2.85 ERA. Managers meeting going on. Down in Hutchinson, tense moments for the Blue Dragon baseball team. They're in the bottom of the 8th of their decisive game number 3 Region 6 opening ground series against Coffeyville, trailing 3-2. The winner goes to Topeka. The loser's season ends. And now they go to the 9th with the tying run stranded in scoring position in the 8th. Hutchinson trailing Coffeyville 3-2 going to the 9th. We'll keep you up to date. 1 year ago, the Blue Dragons saw what they are attempting to do. Cowley last year won 3 games on Championship Sunday. Hutchinson was the undefeated team, and Cowley won 3 straight to go to nationals. Hutchinson's got the first 2 of that scenario as the Tigers take the field. Logan Wenzel pitching her making her 3rd start, 4th appearance here in Topeka. She's 2-1. She pitched a 1-0 shutout against Cloud County yesterday. and then pitched the final 2 2/3 of a 5-4 Tigers come from behind win over Hutchinson in the winner's bracket final yesterday. Earlier today, the Dragons touched Wenzel for 8 runs, 8 hits, 3 were only earned, and 3 1/3. But it was the hitting approach, and we discussed that early. Wenzel has dominated the Dragons with her late-breaking curveball, and the Dragons finally made an adjustment to it. And it paid off, and we'll see if that continues or if Wenzel herself makes a adjustment. So here we go. Logan Wenzel set to face Izzy Godinez. Godinez in game number 1, 1 for 3, a couple of runs scored and an RBI. And here we go. First pitch of game number 7, outside, ball 1. Izzy hitting .411, 60 total hits, 4 home runs, 31 RBIs. One of those home runs and inside the Parker. Here's a strike from, no, it's a high ball 2. Dragons hitting .367 as a team through 47 games. Line in the pitch. Strike called. Curveball on the outside corner for a strike, and it's 2-2. Neither team made very many changes. In fact, the only one was Kiara DeCrane DPing for DJ, where Cannon can just strictly concentrate. And this will go way high for a ball 3-2. In the postseason, Godinez now 3 for 17 with 4 RBIs. 6 runs scored. The pitch. Called strike 3. Wow. Well, we'll see how that plays out. Wide outside corner. First strikeout for Wenzel. 1 away for Becca Roberts. Becca in the first game. 1 for 4. She was also injured as she takes ball 1. Her and Izzy Godinez collided. And Cowley's first batter of the game both stayed in the game. Pitch popped up, and it will get back out of play onto the roof right above us. Becca now hitting up to date. .385 with 50 hits, 1 home run, 17 RBIs. She runs up and takes the ball. It's 3-0, or 1-1, excuse me. 2-1. High 3-1. In 6 postseason games, Becca 9 for 22. All 9 hits, singles, 5 runs, 2 RBIs. She's stolen 2 bases. Wow. We got an odd strike zone once again. That pitch was well above the letters and was called a strike. Now the count is full. Here's the payoff to Becca. She lays off the rise ball to 1-out walk to Roberts. That's one thing that Wenzel has not done against the Dragons is walk batters. Now Cam Pope. Pope with the team-high 10 postseason RBIs. She's 10 for 22, a double, 6 runs scored. 4 RBIs in game number 1 with a pair of hits. Cam now hitting .421 with 64 hits, 3 home runs, and 37 RBIs. And right now, that curveball getting a very wide berth for a strike. If Wenzel can keep it there, boy, she's going to be tough. And that's not a lot the Dragons can do instead of fight those off. Curveball, little roller to second, fielded by second baseman Taylor Perez. Pope retired 4-3. Roberts moves up to second now with 2 away. Here's Raven Bass. Bass hitting .367 with 44 hits. She was 1 for 4 with a RBI and a run scored. Really missed a home run against Coffeyville. Pitch popped out of play. The pitching pattern from Logan Wenzel to Raven Bass has been simple. Just keep hammering her away with those curveballs, lull her to sleep, and then she'll drop an inside changeup that has baffled Raven. Slow curveball outside. Raven wouldn't chase, and it's 1-1. Raven 3 for 13 in 4 games against Cowley this year. The pitch. High pop, shallow right down the line on the run is Casey Hilty in the foul territory, and it drops in the foul territory. It'll be a foul ball. And as one of the fans just said, new life for Raven Bass. They go to the bottom of the 9th at Hobart Detter. Dragons need 1 to tie, 2 to win. Down 3-2 against Coffeyville. Curveball misses, 2-2 to Bass. Two-two pitch. Did she go around? They will check it. And she did. That's a strikeout, and the inning is over. Man, the check swings in this tournament have been something strange to figure out. Bass goes around on a strikeout. Dragons are done in the first. No runs, no hits, 1 left. To the bottom of the first we go. Dragons nothing, Tigers coming up. Welcome back to Hummer Park in Topeka. Championship game of the Region 6 District E Tournament. The Dragons competing in the championship game for the 2nd straight year and the 3rd time in program history. And sophomore lefty DJ Cannon warming up to make her 27th start of the year, 31st overall appearance. 22-5 the record. Now 40 career wins for DJ. 2.06 ERA, 21 complete games, 4 shutouts, part of a combined 5th, 2 saves, 166 and 2/3 innings, pitched 142 hits allowed, 68 runs, 49 of those earned, 197 strikeouts, 153 walks, and opponents hitting .223 against. Cannon got her 22nd win and her career 40th. With a gutsy 5 1/3 inning, 7 hits allowed, 5 runs, 3 earned, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks, and Hutchinson's 12-9 win. Brianna Fuchs will lead it off. Fuchs was 0 for 3 with a run and a stolen base. She walked twice in the first game. Fuchs right now 1 for 14 against the Dragons in 4 games. 2 regular season, 2 postseason. And the first pitch from Cannon is a strike right down the chute. Dragons haven't scored in the first innings of either the previous two games today. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Said it earlier that twice in the Jamie Rose era has Blue Dragon softball won 3 games in one day. Once the Cowtown Classic in Fort Worth 3 years ago, pitch inside 2-1. And once the old JAC Conference crossover, those games were played in Salina in 2009. It was Jamie Rose's first 40-win team with the Blue Dragon. 2-1 pitch, upstairs 3-1. DJ's got to be running on fumes. She is pitched now in the postseason. 35 innings. Fly ball down the left field line, will hook foul and out of play. Cannon's postseason mark, 5-1 with a 2.60 ERA. 3 complete games, a shutout, 35 innings pitched. He's allowed 31 hits, 17 runs, 13 earned, 35 strikeouts to 11 walks, and opponents hitting .235 against. Those are postseason numbers. 3-2. Ground ball to short. Godinez has it quickly on to first. Out at first. One away. Fuchs got down the line fast, but Godinez gets her on a close play. One away for Taylor Perez. Perez 2 for 5 with a couple of singles and 2 runs scored in the first game. Cannon misses ball 1. Perez 4 for 15 against the Dragons, a triple 4 runs scored. Little looper to center coming on is Ashton Reynolds, but it lands in front of her. Now the ball's bopped, trying to move up to second as Perez, and she's in safe. The little things will make the difference in this championship game. It'll be a single and an error. Perez is too fast to give her any kind of wiggle room, and she wants to kind of make amends for the first game. She had some big-time mistakes, but now she's the go-ahead run at second base, 1 out for Heidi Nitsch. Heidi in 4 games against Hutch, 3 for 14, a triple 3 driven in. Fly ball to left. Coming in is Roberts. She dives and she's out. They need to go to second base for the double play. If she didn't tag, it looked like she left early. They're going to appeal, and she's out. Jenny Hoyt's going to say she trapped the ball, but Perez definitely left early, and they appeal behind her. The appeal stands up, and the inning is over. Taylor Perez called out on base again, and I don't think that's going to be a change, and the inning is over. So the Dragons work away from a 1-out single after 1. There's no score. Good news from the homeland. Bobby Morganson with a walk-off single in the bottom of the ninth. Hutchinson survives with a 4-3 win over Coffeyville to advance to Wichita. Now the Dragon softball team's going to try and make it a 4-0 day. We go to the second here. No score, and it's strike one to Bryn Stockman. The dog pile's on Twitter, so you can see that. Change up misses low for a ball, 1-1. Bryn Stockman has had a very solid postseason. Second leading hitter, 9 for 21 to double 7 RBIs. Curveball, wow. Strike called. If that call continues to be made for Logan Wenzel, it's going to be a long day for the Dragons. Curveball, little roller along first. It'll stay fair, fielded by Hamilton, and there's one away. It's one thing to drive those the other way, but to get strikes called when they're a good ball off the plate. I'm a former umpire, so. One away for Natalie Semmel. Semmel had a couple of hits in game number one. First pitch swinging, drives one toward the gap, right center field. Well hit, and nobody will get to it as it goes to the wall. Semmel will stop at second with her second double of the afternoon. That's Semmel's 7th two-bagger, 12th extra base hit of the year. She went the other way with it. Now here's Kiara DeCrane. Key hitting .376, 9 home runs, 32 RBIs. She had a pinch hit appearance in game number one and was walked. Third time this year that Key has pinch hit and walked. High fly ball, deep left. If it stays fair, it's trouble, but it's foul. Key put a charge into that Wenzel offering and just got a little bit out in front of it. Wenzel's pitch, curveball, little looper down the right field line, but it'll land foul. Now it's 0-2. Again, several of Coffeyville players back after getting something to eat. They're going to want to see how this thing ends up. 0-2 pitch. Outside. Pitch wasn't that close. Cowley fans have always been like that, baseball and softball. It's just something I've grown accustomed to. Great fans, though. They do support their baseball and softball teams in Arc City. 1-2 pitch, got her swinging. 2 away now in the second. And here's Bree Johnson. Bree had a big first game. Johnson 2 for 4 in the first game, 2 doubles, 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Her opposite field 2-run double was part of the first 2 runs of a 4-run second. They got the Dragons going against Wenzel. Pitch misses. So Blue Dragon baseball with a victory. The line and the pitch, way outside, 2-0. Johnson, for the year now, hitting .345, 29 hits, 7 doubles. Strike at the knees, and it's 2-1. 26 RBIs, Bree making her 27th consecutive start at second base. She got to a slow start, finally figured the college game out, and she's been an integral part of the Dragon system since. The pitch. Curveball hit out of play to the right, and it's 2-2. Johnson in the postseason, 6 for 24, doubles, 5 RBIs, 3 runs scored. Those are up-to-date numbers. Me and my trusty stats computer. The line in the 2-2, way outside, full count. Wenzel walked Roberts in the first. Dragons' first hit of the game was a Semmel double. She's still at second now with 2 out. Here's the pitch. Change up outside, pulled foul. Bree was on top of that pitch, and that's what I talked about earlier. That's where Wenzel work outside, 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 and then try to drop an inside change. Just trying to lull a batter to sleep. Once again, the 3-2. Little pop-up, foul territory. Hamilton over, makes the catch with an over-the-shoulder catch, and the inning is over. Dragons can't do anything with the 1-out Semmel double. We head to the bottom of the second, no score. DJ Cannon just getting out to the circle. She's going to try to take as much time as she can. No score, bottom of the second. Cowley coming up. DJ gave up a 1-out single to Taylor Perez. And then after a stolen base, Heidi Nitsch flew out to left. And then on appeal, Perez was called out, leaving too soon on the tag up. That's how the first inning ended. So it's the middle third of the order. Hamilton, Friend, and Hilty, and these three have just really hurt the Blue Dragons in 4 games. Hamilton was 2 for 4, Friend 1 for 2, Hilty 3 for 4. That was the middle third of the order. Hard hit ball right at Bree Johnson. She knocks it down, recovers onto first in time, 1 away. Hamilton scalded that ball. Bree knocked it down and stayed with it. 1 down for Ashton Friend, the designated player. Friend was 1 for 2. 2 RBIs. Line of the pitch, change up, swung on and missed. Nice pitch. Friend way out in front of that one. That's a nice change of pace to start out on a bat. Change up, pop, foul down the right field line. Bass gives chase and won't be able to catch up. Ton of foul ground here at Hummer Park. And again, if you weren't with us for the first 2 games, a little bit bigger in terms of field dimensions than Fun Valley. 215 down the lines, 225 to dead center. Roughly about 5 feet deeper all the way around. Those deeper dimensions have cost Raven Bass at least 2 home runs this weekend. 0-2 change up, fouled off again. The way it sounds, we'll ride DJ as long as they can go with her. Pitch. And when Rise ball jumps all the way back to the screen, 1-2. Hamilton 6 for 15 against the Dragons in 4 games. No extra base hits, but she has hit the ball all over the park and hard every time she's made contact. The pitch. Foul back out of play. Or it's Friend, that was Hamilton. Friend was 4 for 9. Double, triple, 4 RBIs in 4 games. Pitch way high, 2-2. Friend nearly dipped her helmet into that one. Two-two pitch, foul out of play again. So Friend and Cannon now into an extended at bat. That's 3 2-strike pitches she has fouled off. With all the innings DJ has thrown over the last 8 days, velocity may not be, movement may not be just quite as much as she's used to. The pitch hit the right field, but right in the track of Bryn Stockman, who's got it for the second out. 2 away for Keisha Hilty. Keisha 8 for 14 with a double, 5 RBIs and 3 runs scored. She had a 3-hit game earlier today in the first championship game. She's hit in 3 of 4 against the Dragons. Hutchinson High product. And both parents working for Hutchinson Community College. Ryan, the coordinator of sports medicine. Mom Lynette in the admissions department. Strike at the belt. Keisha simply just wanted to play somewhere else, and you can't blame her. She literally grew up at Hutchinson Community College. Change up, misses high and outside for a ball. Deej is probably going to take as much time between pitches as she possibly can. 1-1. Hard hit ball, but foul. Anytime DJ has gotten anything up over the inner half to Hilty, she has turned on it. Hilty also pitches, but has, over the last 2/3 of the year, been strictly Cowley's right fielder. Natalie Semel drops the sign. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Lifted foul off to the left this time. So that Blue Dragon baseball comeback was a Logan Sartori, or Brock Schaefer triple, Logan Sartori double, and a Bobby Morganson walk-off. Hilty wouldn't chase on the 1-2. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Ryan Schmidt, that coaching staff breathing a sigh of relief, I'm sure, as is the rest of the Blue Dragons. Pitch, hard hit ball, knocked down by Bass, recovered by Johnson, flipped back to first, and she's out. A 3-4-3 put out at first, and Cowley goes in order in the second. After 2, Dragons nothing and the Tigers nothing. No score, top of the third. Ashton Reynolds, the sophomore from Mount Hope, to lead it off for Hutchinson. Each team with one hit. The Dragons have committed one error. First pitch swing is Reynolds, foul back to the screen. Reynolds in the first game. 1 for 4, but she hit the ball hard every at bat. Grounded up the middle. The shortstop niche gets to it. She bobbles it, and Ashton's safe with an error. Cowley had 5 errors in the first game. Hutchinson had 3. And the Dragons have the leadoff man aboard here in the third. Here's Izzy Godinez. Izzy struck out looking her first time on a highly questionable call. Showing bunt here. Skylar Moggart pulls back now, drops it, popped up, diving attempt by Hamilton. She fields it on the short hop. It'll be a foul ball. Izzy was not thinking sacrifice there. She was thinking bunt for a hit. Godinez now in the postseason, 3 for 18. Pitch high, 1-1. Godinez now 127 career hits. It is 7th on the all-time Blue Dragon list. Winding the 1-1, curveball outside, 2-1. Former Blue Dragon handed Danielson in. There's a little pop, shallow left field, going back out his niche to make the catch. 1 away. Good running catch over the shoulder by Heidi Nitsch. 1 away for Becca Roberts. Becca walked her first time. Roberts with a .470 on-base percentage for the year and 28 steals. That's a single-season record. One more steal, and she'll tie the all-time record. Bunts a good one, fielded by Maga, the third baseman. And she pours it across for the out. 2 away. That's a sacrifice bunt. Becca's 8th of the year. Now a runner in scoring position, 2 outs for Cam Pope. Dragons looking for a little more of that 2-out magic. The 2-out numbers for this team this year, absolutely off the chart. .374 average with 152 2-out RBIs. Pope takes a shot toward right and fouls it off. Cameron hitting .457 with 21 hits and 15 2-out RBIs. Here's the 0-1. Curveball misses. Count evens at a ball and a strike. Coming up on the 4 o'clock hour in the Central Time Zone, about 13 minutes away. The pitch. Up the middle, fielded by Wenzel. Good play. She'll flip to first and the inning is over. Wenzel doesn't field that. The Dragons have the lead. No runs, no hits. 1 error, 1 left. To the bottom of the third we go. There's no score. Bottom of the third rolls around in the District E Championship. The if game, as they call it, game number 7. No score, Hutchinson and Cowley. Hutchinson, the guest team, so Cowley will bat last. Bottom third of the order, Webb Murray. Actually, Webb Maga in Henninkamp. First pitch from DJ Cannon's popped out of play. Lindsey Webb had a 2-run triple in the first game. That cut Hutchinson's then 8-0 lead to 8-3. The pitch. Outside for ball 1-1. Pitch popped up, shallow center. Back is Bree Johnson. She's got it. What a catch. That was not an easy catch. What away. Now Skylar Maga. Maga in the first game, 0 for 3 with a walk and a strikeout. Oh, check that, that is. Change that. We sorry for the momentary delay. It is Sammy Murray playing third base. Strike called, 0-2. Murray didn't play in the first game. She's down in the count here, 0-2. The pitch. Foul tipped into the glove of Natalie Semmel. That's a strikeout, 2-away. That's the first strikeout for DJ Cannon. Two away for Taylor Henninkamp. Pitch way upstairs. Henninkamp in the first game, 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Strike called. Against the Blue Dragons this year, Henninkamp 1 for 6. Swing and a miss. Good pitch over the inner half. Henninkamp right up the slap and missed. Made contact and made her fingers ring. That was a great jam shot from DJ. Now heading the count 1-2. Just missed inside a screwball, didn't miss by much. Bottom of the third, no score. The pitch. Pitch a little bit high, full count. Pitch. High ball 4, 2-out walk. DJ was right around the plate. Now here's Brianna Fuchs. Fuchs grounded to Izzy Godinez her first time strike at the belt outside corner. Izzy got Fuchs on a close play at first by a step. Cowley likes to run. They just haven't ran much against the Dragons. Hard hit ball, knocked down by Johnson. She goes to second for the force, and the inning is over. Fuchs hit the ball hard, but a great backhanded stop by Bree Johnson. Gets the force, and the inning is done. No runs, no hits, one left. On to the fourth. Dragons nothing and the Tigers nothing. Welcome back to Hummer Park in Topeka. Third game of the day for the Dragons. No score through three. Raven Bass, Stockman, and Semmel here in the fourth against Logan Wenzel. Each team with just one hit, each team with one error. Raven Bass struck out her first time. And a curveball from Logan Wenzel outside. Here's a pitch. That's a strike. That's it. He's on the outside corner. A lot of green out there, making this ballpark a little bit bigger. Pitch a little bit low, 2-1. Well, I know I'd get a call at least one more baseball game, or at least two more now. It's a double elimination tournament back in Wichita. Wouldn't mind having to take a side trip to Mississippi. 3-1 now to Raven Bass. She hits one high down the right field line, but it gets out of play. For a moment, it looked like Keisha Hilty had a play on it, but what wind is there pushed it a couple of rows back into the stands down the right field line. So Bass now with the 3-2 count. 50. That was the 50th pitch for Logan Wenzel. The pitch. That's hit toward the gap, right center field. Wow! It is off the base of the wall, and these long fences at Hummer Park take a third home run away from Raven Bass, but it's a leadoff double. That's the power she has to right center. Now we'll see if the Dragons will move her up. Bryn Stockman will be the batter. And Jamie Rose, I think, is going to put a pinch runner in for Raven. The lineup card has come out, so we will indeed get a pinch runner. It'll be Brooke Jamison pinch running at second. And that gives Ben Whitsett and the offense a few more options. Here's Stockman. She had a weak grounder to first. Bryn has 3 sacrifices this year. Third baseman Sammy Murray up tight. That's showing bunt. Pitch is way outside, ball 1. So now the chess game begins in the middle stages here. Dragons trying to manufacture a run. Bass led off the inning with a double. Brendan late on that rise ball. Count even at 1-1. Tonkaville players with the Dragon fans trying to get the Dragons fired up. A little rhythmic clapping. One to one to Stockman. Wenzel's pitch high and outside, 2-1. Bren's had some big hits. Curveball for a strike. 2-2. Wenzel took a little something. She throws that curve with a couple of different speeds. And also what perpetuates the toughness of that Wenzel offering. Now the 2-2. Fouled off. Bren barely stays alive. That was that same type of swing that she got that bloop walk-off against Heston in Game 2 last week. Not to use the term from Rex Hudler of the Royals, whom I despise most gracefully on the air, but that looked like a booty knock. The pitch. Got her swinging on a curveball, one away. So the Dragons unable to move the runner up. Now a runner at second, one away for Natalie Semmel, who's doubled. Both Dragon hits today are doubles. Wenzel gets the signals from the dugout. Time called by Semmel. Wenzel taking too long. Wenzel's taking those signals directly from over in the dugout. She's not getting the signals from the catcher. They're using the numbering wristband system the Dragons used to use. Inside pitch for a strike. Championship games, it's the little things that make the difference. The Dragons, although as big offensive team as they have not always been great at manufacturing runs. Strike two. Semmel down to the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Bass doubled. And they really don't want to burn Brooke Jamison, not getting her to at least even move off the base. The pitch. Ground ball, the first baseman Hamilton, she takes it to the base. So Jamison will move up to third now with 2 outs. I'll take a 2-out hit from Kiara DeCrane. She struck out her first time. First time the Dragons have had a runner to third in this one. 60 pitches for Wenzel now. Curveball for a strike. And again, a wide berth on that curveball, and that's advantage Cowley. Dragons need to be up in the box and in. The pitch. Swing and miss. Ball gets away. Coming down the line to score is Jamison. It was a foul ball. Oh, no. They call it a foul ball, and Jamison will have to return. So now Key down on the count, 0-2. Several fans off to my right said it did foul tip, so good call. Unfortunate break for the Dragons, though. 0-2. Curveball misses away. Wenzel is getting farther and farther out. Exactly, and still getting some calls, which is putting the Dragons in a bit of a perilous position. That means they're vulnerable on the inner half. He's all the way up and all the way in. The pitch. Curveball misses, 2-2. Logan Wenzel reminds me a little bit of former UCLA pitcher Amanda Freed. Freed had a devastating changeup to go with her curveball. 2-2 pitch, got her swinging, the inning is over. Dragons can't do anything with a leadoff double. And we're halfway through in the championship game, no score. Bottom of the fourth, 2, 3, and 4 to face DJ Cannon. Perez, Nitch, and Hamilton. Taylor Perez singled in the first. The only hit allowed by DJ Cannon. DJ starts her off with strike one. That wind dipping down behind us, starting to get a little tough on the equipment. We're sitting in the upper levels of the bleachers here right behind home plate. The 0-1 is lifted to left center field. Nobody's going to get to this one. Roberts gets to it, but it's a leadoff double for Taylor Perez. DJ got up with a pitch, and Perez knew what to do with it. So the potential go-ahead run at second base, nobody out. The Dragons had the same situation on the top of the inning and came up empty. Now Cannon will have to face Nitch, Hamilton, and Friend. Nitch flew out to left, and that was the goofy play where Perez was called out for leaving early on the tag. It was a great diving catch by Roberts. Line shot, center field, base hit. Perez will be waived, and Cowley has a 1-0 lead. So we spoke of it before, the little things. The Dragons didn't move their runner-up. Cowley did, and they have a 1-0 lead. Cowley now with 3 hits. Now you got to worry about a little bit of an adrenaline drop-off for the Dragons. Here's Randy Hamilton, grounded out to first baseman Raven Basser, first time, pitched a little bit high, ball 1. Outside Tuno. You just got to wonder right how much DJ has left in the tank. 35 postseason innings. She threw 13 yesterday. 8 1/3 today. That pitch fouled out of play to the right, 2-1. DJ last Saturday against Heston worked 13 2/3. 35 posting innings coming in. Little looper to right. Stockman coming on and drops in front of her for a hit. Mitch will move up to second, and Cowley has the makings of a big inning. First three have reached. Perez doubled, Mitch an RBI single, now Hamilton a single. Raven Bass and Natalie Semmel gonna bring the entire infield in. Try to give DJ a little bit of rest. Des Schultz starts warming in the Dragon bullpen. It is extremely difficult to win all three in one day. It happened last year against the Dragons. The one thing the Dragons did not do last year was ever get on top of Cowley in either one of those two championship games. Cowley has done so here. Pitch way upstairs, ball one. Deej can keep this at a one-run game. The Dragons are well within striking distance. Here's the 1-0 to Friend. Line into right center field. That's a base hit. Mitch will be waved to score. On the way to third is Hamilton, and sliding into second is Friend with an RBI double. Cowley leads it 2-0. And DJ may have just hit empty on the old gas meter. So the first four have reached. Jamie Rowe is waiting for the signal. We'll have the pitching change. Des Schultz will come in and needs to shut down the Cowley Tigers. 2 in the inning so far. The Dragons now trail Cowley 2-0. Des Schultz in the relief. DJ Cannon, who goes 3+. 4 straight hits to start the fourth, a double, an RBI single, and a single and an RBI double. Cowley has second and third, nobody out, and leading 2-0 now. Des 11-5 with a 2.94 ERA, making her 24th overall appearance. 5th in relief, 95 in the third innings. Pitched 97 hits, 57 runs, 40 earned, 69 strikeouts, 43 walks, and opponents hitting 261 against. Des will face Keisha Hilty, the hottest Cowley Tiger of them all. First pitch, Wigan drives one to center field. Back goes Reynolds. It's over her head. Hamilton Friend being waved. The throw to third, not in time. It's a 2-run triple for Hilty, and the Dragons now trail it 4-0. Five straight hits to start the fourth. And Hutchinson's in a world of trouble now. So now Lindsey Webb, the batter. Pitch is ball one. Webb has popped up. 0 for 1. Dragons still in it. They just need to get this thing shut down now. Drop change misses, and it's 2-0. Right now, the body language of the Dragons not great. They look tired. This is their third game. The warmest weather they've played in all year. Webb chases a rise ball, misses, 2-1. Wonder if that's having any kind of an effect. Dragons are definitely staying plenty hydrated. The pitch. Grounded up the middle. It's 5-0 Cowley. An RBI single for Webb. He just reached out and rolled one up the middle. Six straight have reached all by base hit. And there's third baseman Sammy Murray. Last three hits have been RBI hits. Dragons maybe running out of gas. A bunt dropped down. It's a good one. Fielded by Bass on to first in time. Johnson covering. Sacrifice works. One out in the inning as Murray sacrifices. Now Taylor Henningkamp. Cowley 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. The Dragons no runs, 2 hits, 1 error. The Dragons have stranded 4 to Cowley's 1. Strike outside corner. Wind picking up ever so slightly, blowing toward the right field foul pole out of the northwest. Absolutely gorgeous day. Pitch outside. Looked like the exact same pitch from the pitch before, and this one was called a ball. I've been up here many times, and I've yet to ever figure out a consistent strike zone in Topeka. Just an observation. Bunt fielded by Schultz on to first. Bree Johnson covering now, 2 away. Webb moves up to third. There's Brianna Fuchs, the ninth batter of the inning. Fuchs 0 for 2. She reached on the fielder's choice, though, to end the third. So Cowley explosion that we were hoping wouldn't show up has. A 5-run fourth inning. Strike call. Cowley looking for back-to-back trips to the national tournament and now have a leg up on that here in the second championship game. Drop misses. Drop change, excuse me. The pitch. Hit to left field. Roberts to her left makes the catch, and the inning is over. But it's a big inning for the Tigers. They come up with 5 runs on 6 hits. They leave 1, and after 4, a new score. Tigers 5 and the Dragons nothing. Dragons' 2018 season has been reduced to 9 outs in order to recover from a 5-run deficit. Bree Johnson, Ashton Reynolds, and Izzy Godinez set to face Logan Wenzel. The Dragons got a hold of Wenzel in game number 1. Wenzel's made some adjustments and has gotten some gracious calls on the outside corner. And she leads 5-0. Dragons have just 2 hits, both doubles from Raven Bass and Natalie Semmel. Curveball outside to Bree starts off the 5th. You just had a feeling. And I've been around baseball and softball. Bree full on a pitch, goes around, can't hold up, and it's 1-1. I've been around these 2 games for better than 45 years. When the Dragons weren't able to cash in on that leadoff double by Raven Bass, you just kind of feared the worst if you're a Dragon fan. Fouled back, and it's 1-2. Again, the Dragons, this is one of the most prolific offenses in school history. 2nd most home runs in school history. And the one thing that they really never were consistently good at was manufacturing runs when they needed them. Bree fouls that one off. And yet, 37-10 record in the championship game for the 2nd consecutive year. Right now, all that's left to be accomplished is knocking down the door. Still can be done here. The 2-2. Wow. Not sure where that missed, but advantage Dragons. It's a full count to Bree Johnson. Lindsay Webb held it, and the umpire wouldn't bite on it. You fear that anything close is going to get called here, though, after that pitch. But just like that, called strike 3, 1 away. I think all that Wenzel had to do was put it a ball's length outside the plate. She was going to get that call because Bree was running up on the pitch before. 1 away for Ashton Reynolds, who reached on an error. Foul out of play by the future Newman Jet. .106 career hits for Ashton. Will go down as one of the top 3 center fielders in Blue Dragon history, along with Jessica Glenn in there. I won't even say top 2. 1-1 pitch. Hit the third, bobbled by the third baseman Murray, but she recovers in time to throw out Reynolds. 2 away. That's usually a bad sign. Another bad sign, and the signs are starting to all go against Hutchinson. Here's Izzy Godinez, 0 for 2, a strikeout and a pop-up. Izzy will return to HCC next year. She's changing her major, I understand. She hits one high to left down the line. Henningham giving chase in the foul territory. And the Dragons go in order in the 5th. 3 up and 3 down. We're at the bottom of the 5th. Dragons trail Cowley 5-0. On to the bottom of the fifth of the District D championship game. Johnson County has already punched its ticket in District D. They went through as the undefeated team. This is the F game of District E. Dragons forced that with a 12-9 win earlier today. And before that, the Blue Dragons advanced to the championship game with a 10-1 win over Coffeyville in 5 innings. Taylor Perez, Heidi Nitch, and Randy Hamilton, 2, 3, and 4 here in the fifth. Taylor Perez has had a just bizarre afternoon, both good and bad. The last effort from her, mighty good for the Tigers, a leadoff double. She eventually scored. First run of that 5-run inning. High bounder to the second side. Bree Johnson has it, flips to first, 1 away. Perez now 1 for 3, and that'll bring up Heidi Nitch. 1 for 2 with an RBI single. Dragons had a season-high 12 hits against Cowley in the first game. They've been limited to 2 doubles by Raven Bass and Natalie Semmel in this one. Line caught by the third baseman, Cameron Pope, 2 away. Two away for Randy Hamilton. In that 5-run fourth, the first 6 batters reached all with hits. Big blow, Keisha Hilty's 2-run triple. That made it 4-0. 2-0, you still feel like you've got a better than average chance to win. Not sure that pitch missed, but it's ball 1 to Hamilton. Curveball for a strike. 1-1 to Hamilton. Blue Dragon baseball with a walk-off earlier today at Hobart Detterfield to defeat Coffeyville. Bobby Morganson with the game winner. Drop change misses, 2-1. This is the only action going on. The other tournament's over. Dragons down to their final 6 outs. Pitch upstairs, 3-1. Let's things change dramatically. And the Dragons are down to their final 6 outs. Chopper to third. Fielded by Pope on a short hop. Over to first in time. It's a 1-2-3. 5th inning for Cowley. 3 up and 3 down. We head to the 6th. Dragons need to get it going. Trailing Cowley 5-0. Welcome back to Hummer Park. Not that many teams that come out of the losers bracket final even force a third game. Again, it happened last year with Cowley. Very rarely have we seen it. Happens once, maybe every 3 years, which those odds worked against Hutchinson. Becca Roberts lead off is 2, 3, and 4 here in the 6th. Dragons need to get something going. Limited to just 2 hits. Pop foul out of play. Logan Wenzel, after being touched up hard in the first game. 5 shutout innings, 2 hits, 6 strikeouts, 1 walk. 0-1 to Roberts, the pitch. A little bit high for a ball. If this ends, it'll be a disappointing end, but another great accomplishment type year for the Blue Dragon softball program. Slap foul, and it's 1-2. Again, the Dragons after this year move back to Division I after 8-year stint at the Division II level. Means the Dragons will be in line to host the Region 6 tournament in the future. This year was at Dodge City. They moved it to home sites. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Little roller left side, fielded by Nitch across, safe. An infield single for Roberts. There's that speed we're so used to. We're going to miss next year out of Becca. Maybe that's the spark the Dragons need. Cameron Pope will be the batter. Cam 0 for 2, a pair of groundouts. They've really worked her away in this one. Pope in the postseason now 10 for 24. Curveball misses outside, ball 1. Right now, Wenzel is trying to get every bit out of that outside corner she can. First game, she wasn't getting as many wide pitches called. Different umpire, different zone. Late on that pitch, and it's 1-1. Cam is yet to make a decision on her future plans. Talked to her mom earlier. She thinks she's going to stay in the neighborhood. The pitch. Grounded up the middle. It will trickle off the glove of second baseman Taylor Perez. It'll be a single, and the Dragons have the first 2 on to start the 6th with Raven Bass coming up. Dragons now with 4 hits. Tigers will get into the circle. Bass doubled to right center her last time up. Needs to look away. She's up tight. The pitch. Curveball misses. And the count evens at 1-1. Wenzel tries to go high and away with it, misses. 2-1 now, the count to Raven. Would have loved to have seen Raven stay healthy her freshman year. She was a transfer from Butler. She had 2 home runs as a freshman and literally broke her arm while swinging the bat. Played 13 games, got a medical redshirt. The pitch. Change up in there for a strike, and there's that inside change I was talking about with Logan Wenzel. So just lull you to sleep, going away, away, away with the curveball, and then put that change in. And instead of breaking away, it drops straight down. Now the 2-2. Ground ball into left field. That's a base hit. Waving, here comes the throw. And Roberts scores to make it 5-1. And now, what did they call? They called Bass out of the box. So take the run off the board. Raven Bass has been called out for stepping out of the box. Jamie Rowe's argument is not going to be a lot she can do. Now the fans kind of jawing with each other, so they'll have to Everybody will have to return to first and second, so an unfortunate break for the Dragons. So instead of being on the board, Jamie Rose furious with the call. Quite honestly, I didn't think she was. We can look at the tape later. Jamie Rose continues to give it to our home plate umpire. And Jamie's just been dumped. Jamie Rose ejected. Now the rest of the players trying to fire up Bryn Stockman. So Jamie Rose has been thrown out of the game. Right now, Dragon fans need to get under control, or at least certain ones. It's an unfortunate set of circumstances. And I don't think that she was out, but now the Dragons maybe have a little bit of fire in them. Ray Gear will take over in the first base box. Bryn Stockman will be the batter. Just one out in the inning, mind you. Here's the pitch. Popped up. It's caught, and it's going to be a double play. Taylor Perez delves to make the catch, and Roberts gets doubled off of second to end the inning. So a controversial call totally changes the complexion of the inning, and the Dragons are turned away in the sixth. At one moment, the Dragons thought they were trailing 5-1. Instead, the batter Raven Bass called out of the box. Jamie Rose ejected, and then a double play. And the inning is over. We have bottom of the sixth. Dragons trail 5-0. Well, Far Angle has it. Not that it's going to do any good, but if Far Angle has it, we'll see it. The Highland broadcast for KJCCC.org might have a better angle of it. They've got a little better look from that side, so I'd like to see both angles. Ashton Friend to lead off the bottom of the sixth against Des Schultz, and a pop foul right back on top of us. Again, Jamie Rose has been ejected. Which will be an interesting call if the Blue Dragons are to make a miraculous comeback. She won't be able to coach the first two games of Nationals if we get to that point. We got a long way to go. Little pop up into right field over the head of Bree Johnson. It's a leadoff single. So Friend 2 for 3. Now here's Keisha Hilty, 1 for 2 with a 2-run triple. Katie Hoyt, I think, is going to make a pinch running change here. Brittany Quinn pinch running at first. Here's Keisha Hilty. Dragons can ill afford to give up any more, but if they give up 3, the game ends. And that's all that working against Hutchinson right now. Drop change misses, low ball 1. Dragon fans a little bit deflated now, rightfully so. They were rallying the troops between games. High chopper over the head of Bass into right field for a hit. Quinn headed for third. And it's runners at the corners, nobody out. Keisha Hilty with her 5th hit of the afternoon against the Blue Dragons. And Lindsay Webb will be the batter. Webb 1 for 2 with an RBI single. So a tenuous moment for the Dragons. All kind of gone south for them since the 3rd. Grounded up the middle. Godinez flips to second for 1. That'll be the only play. Coming down the line to score is Quinn to make it 6-0. Now 1 away with the runner first for Sammy Murray. She sacrificed her last time up 0 for 1. 6-0 Dragons trail now. Good tie it outside, ball 1. We said all afternoon the little things. High chopper, foul outside of third. And you can go back to one point in time, and it was just a point in time. It's all it is. I'm not throwing darts or stones or anything, but the fact that the Dragons weren't able to at least advance pinch runner Brooke Jamison after Raven Bass's leadoff double in the 4th really was an ominous tone. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. The Dragons got a leadoff double from Taylor Perez, and they executed with 6 straight hits. Pitch popped up in the infield left side. Cameron Pope has it for out number 2.
Nice pitch.
Looking ahead to the 7th, it'll be Semmel, DeCrane, and Johnson, 6, 7, and 8. Taylor Henningkamp, the batter. Runner first, 2 away. 1 across in the inning. Fouled straight back. That one's flared out of play. Three straight 30-win seasons for us. Now 4 with this year. 31 wins in 15, 38 and 16, 31 last year. Pitch way high. 37 this year. Sprayed foul again. 166 wins over the last 4 years. To only 52 losses. More than 100 games over 5 pitch. Ground ball. And skids off Pope. Now they have a chance with the runner through. Throw gets away. There'll be an error on Cam Pope. Handicap moves up to second. And it's back to the top of the order, Brianna Fuchs. And the Dragons cannot let Hinnenkamp score. Fuchs 0 for 3. The Dragons have held her in check throughout the 2018 season in 5 games played. Fuchs now 1 for 17. Ray Gary will come out. You can't overstate the wealth of knowledge that man has brought to this pitching staff this year. Megan Davis was warming up in the bullpen, but Gary has definitely helped Des Schultz. DJ Cannon, a 22-game winner. I don't know if Ray is waiting for the umpire to come in. He's finally making the move. Now we're ready to get back to work. The one thing you worried about after that win, even though Hutchinson won, Cowley had some momentum. And it was the Tigers who were able to continue that momentum into this game and build a 6-0 lead. Second and third, 2 out here in the 6th. The pitch. Strike at the letters. Pitch upstairs, 1-1. Six runs, 9 hits, 1 error for Cowley, 0-4-2 for the Dragons. But you go around. Earlier in the game, that was called a strike, but not now. Zones and check swings, always inconsistent here in Topeka. It's just always been that way. Don't think it'll ever change. Just an observation. Pitch a little bit low. Kicks away. Now runner trying to score. She's in safely. It's 7-0. Wild pitch. Good base running by Webb. Des was late to cover the plate. Webb recognized it and scored. And now the potential championship run sits 60 feet away. 3-1 count to Brianne Fuchs. Taylor Perez on deck if needed. Line to right field, and that'll do it. Scoring from third is Hinnenkamp. 8-0. And unless they play out the championship game, and I think they do, so the game's not over. My apologies. They do play out the championship game, 2 duration. 8-0 the score now. Here's Taylor Perez. Perez 4 hits on the afternoon against the Dragons, 2 for 3 in this one. It's a slow roller to second. Bree Johnson fields, and time is called. And they will call a foul ball ball hitting Fuchs in the box. So they call a foul ball by the base umpire. Danny Hoyt's going to come down and get an explanation. It did come out with kind of a funky spin. So Perez will return. It's a championship game. There is no mercy rule. Like that in baseball as well. The line of the pitch. Strike on the outside corner. Nothing into the count. We've gotten to the point where sitting is painful. Need to stand up a little bit. Hard metal bleachers here at Humber Park. Pitch upstairs. Perez wouldn't chase. And the count is 2-2. 1-2, excuse me. Popped out over our heads. Seven sophomores will be likely playing their final game here. They were honored on sophomore day, obviously. Here's the pitch. Drop change wouldn't go. 2-2. Of course, we were talking about Becca Roberts, Ashton Reynolds, Cam Pope, Izzy Godinez, Raven Bass, Des Schultz, DJ Cannon. Here's the pitch. Popped up, foul territory. Nobody will get to it. This sophomore class, a part of 68 total wins. Second most only to the class, sophomore class of 2009. The pitch. Did she go around? Dragons won't check. Full count. Runner will go from first. Fuchs, 3-2, 2 out. Lifted down the right field line, but it will hook foul. Everybody will return. It'll be day 3-2 on Taylor Perez. Dragons simply have just run out of gas. 5 games in roughly a 28-hour period. Three-two pitch, high ball 4. Two on, 2 out, 3 already across here in the 6th. 8-0 Cowley. Heidi Nitch 1 for 3. She gave the Tigers a 1-0 lead with an RBI single after the Perez double. That one's lined to right field, coming on to Stockman. She's got it. And the inning is over. Cowley comes up with 3 runs on 3 hits. There was another error and 2 left on. Last chance time for the Dragons. They need to come up with a biggie. They trail Cowley 8-0. Cowley looks off to finish off a second consecutive regional championship. Natalie Semmel, Garrett DeCrane, Bree Johnson due up here in the 7th for the Dragons. Hutchinson simply needs a minimum of 8 runs to stay alive. And I now have confirmation that the umpire did blow the call. I've had 3 people text me that the umpire did blow the call. Her foot was on the line, and that's not out. You got to be completely out of the box for that to be the proper call. So that of little consolation, swinging a miss by Natalie Semmel as we begin the 7th. Semmel 0 for 2, or 1 for 2, a double and a ground out. Wenzel 6 strikeouts, 3 innings, 4 hits, 1 walk. Little dribble to the right side, fielded by Perez, over to first, 1 away. Now Kiera DeCrane. Key 0 for 2, couple of strikeouts. Key got off that fantastic start, but second half of the season really had her struggles at the plate. Only 1 home run since March 16th. Curveball misses outside, ball 1. Dragons have been out hit 10-4. Outside, 2-0. Question's always your last game. Is it easier if you get blown out or you lose a tight, hard-fought game? Strike call. There are a lot less what-ifs if you get blown out, but the fact that you got blown out, to me, leaves a worse taste in your mouth if you battle to the end in a 1-run game. A little bit high, 3-1 to Key. Pitch count now 95. That's the other thing. Logan Wenzel in this game, much more pitch efficient than in game number 1. Called strike, full count. Here's the payoff to Kiera DeCrane. Pulled foul in on the hands. Key is going to be a big part of the offense next year. Freshman from Bartlesville. She figures to be at third base and in the 3-4 hole. Here's the payoff. Golfed in the left field. That's dropping for a hit. So, Key 1 for 3 with Hutchinson's 5th hit of the game. One away for Bree Johnson. Bree 0 for 2 after a 2-double, 3 RBI game in game number 1 against Cowley. Obviously, Bree, another freshman that will figure greatly into Jamie Rose's plans next season. Curveball for ball 1. Next pitch will be the 100th for Logan Wenzel. Curveball popped up shallow center. Back is net. She's got it, and there's 2 away. Dragons down to their final out, and it'll be sophomore Ashton Reynolds. Reynolds 0 for 2. She reached on an error and grounded out. Never easy, the final game of the year whether they lose by 1 or 50. Strike called. Johnson County has already punched its ticket out of District D. And Cowley about to repeat in District E. 5-run fourth, broke things open. First 6 batters reach. Grounder left side, fielded by the third baseman. Out, and the ball game is over. Cowley Tigers repeat as region champions, but the Dragons battled. They forced the second championship game. And made Cowley work for it. So the Blue Dragons fall 8-0 in the championship game. We'll wrap up the 2018 season right after this. So the celebration is on for Cowley. They defeat Hutchinson in the decisive championship game 8-0. Here are the totals for the Tigers: 8 runs, 10 hits, 1 error, 4 left on. Hutchinson, no runs, 5 hits, 2 errors, 6 left on. Winning pitcher Logan Wenzel. She wins her 7th career game against Hutchinson and gets 1 defeat. DJ Cannon takes the loss. She finishes at 22-6, 40 career victories for DJ Cannon, second most in team history. Carl Heinrich, the JAC Conference soon-to-be commissioner and women's regional director for Region 6, making the announcements now. Dragons getting their trophy, or their plaque. They're still out talking. So the Dragons fall in this one, and their season is done, a 37-11 record. 68 wins for this sophomore class, the 7 sophomores. Becca Roberts, Ashton Reynolds, Cam Pope, Izzy Godinez, Destiny Schultz, Raven Bass, and DJ Cannon. So the Dragons made it interesting. They got 2 out of the 3 in the trifecta. Come up short in the championship game. Dragons obviously disheartened out there in right field. And there's really nothing more we can say other than another great season for Jamie Rose's team. A disappointing end and kind of a tough way to end it, the way it ended up over the last 4 innings. But Cowley's on to Clinton, Mississippi, and next year the Blue Dragons will compete once again in NJCA Division I. My thanks to Sebastian Lucas for running the camera all afternoon. We get a nice, after 2 long days of region track, we get a run home, and after 3 games of softball in 1 day. Brandon Sams, our video coordinator for Blue Dragons. Josh Gooch, our athletic director, always giving us what we need to make this happen. We continue to get bigger and better because of him. Thanks to all the Blue Dragon fans, and thanks to the Blue Dragons themselves for a great season. That's going to wrap it up here from Humber Park. The Dragons are regional runner-up. They fall in the second championship game to the Cowley Tigers 8-0. Jamie Rose's crew finishes 37-11, and their season is wrapped up. So now it's off to work for 2019. Jamie Rose's 15th season in Hutchinson. For the entire crew, for the Blue Dragons themselves, Steve Carpenter from Humber Park in Topeka, thank you for joining us. We will talk to you again on the network next Friday as the Blue Dragon baseball team takes on the Cowley Tigers in the first round of the Central District Tournament from Lawrence Dumont Stadium in Wichita. Until then, Steve Carpenter, so long, everybody.